All right, so game night has officially commenced. So when they walked in, of course, the stairs or whatever not, they had to take a shot, and I'm just like, look, take a shot. You have to take a shot to enter. And that's when Music was like, Today's gonna be here. I was like, I don't think so, cause she ain't text me yet. So, but we'll see. You just started, but let me go check on this meat on the grill. I'll be right back. So I went outside to check on the meat. Marlon sitting down at the table, trying to start some conversation. And Music and his brother just sat down at the table, all like cool, chill, calm, on some cool stuff. And I walked back in. When I walked back in, Music was just like, the food okay on the grill? I'm like, yeah. It got a couple minutes. Like, the only thing left up there now is the ribs. So it's gonna be a little minute for the ribs. But if y'all hungry, it's some chicken and baked beans and all that in the oven. Like, it's in the oven warming up. He was like, all right, cool. If y'all want to make y'all plate now, y'all can, or y'all can wait till later. He was like, well, we probably need to make a little something right now since he about to start drinking. I was like, all right, it's in there. So they were making their plates, and then Marlon was like, oh, well, since everybody's here now, I guess we could like start playing the games. And Marlon went over to our little game cabinet with all our little board games in it or whatever not. And he was just like, I feel like we should start with personal questions. And that's when Music turned around. He was like, nah, bro, we're not doing no personal questions. We're not doing that. And Marlon was like, he's like, we not doing no personal questions. And that's when I was like, let me step in. Because if Marlon say anything other than okay, the male co-worker is liable to like catch look a little attitude. And I'm just like, you know what, I was like, what, Marlon, let's just play Buzz Tower, the game where you stacking up stuff. He was like, oh, okay, we'll play that. And I was like, okay. So he grabbed the board game and put it on the table. By this time, Brittany and her man had them walk down, because they were getting ready to go to another party, but they was just chilling with us for a little bit until that party started. So they had them walk down and made them a plate or whatever not, and we started playing Buzz Tower. One of the questions, how Buzz Tower work, is like you pull a card, and if you have done what the card says, you have to stack one of the little blocks on top of each other. If the block falls over while you're stacking, you have to finish your drink. Not take a shot, you have to finish your drink. But if you stack it and it don't fall over, you have to take a shot. So either way, you're drinking. If you're stacking, you're drinking. And one of the questions that had came about was, have you ever been arrested? And at this time, everybody had grabbed the block to place on top except for Marlon and my sister Brittany. And Marlon's looking at me. I'm just like, I told you this story before. And then everybody's like stacking they little chips up or whatever not. They're stacking their little chips up or whatever not. And Marlon like just looking. He was like, you went to jail? Like, and then he pointed at Music, the male coworker. He was like, you went to jail? He was like, she said arrested. Like, just that. Just that. You ain't never been arrested. It's okay. You see Kiki stacking. And I'm just like, don't call me out. Like, don't call me out. Like, because y'all know I'm a thug. And before y'all say anything, no, I'm not going to get into that on the story time. Just know, when I say I'm a thug, I really mean I'm a thug. Okay? All right? Okay. Cool. So we just stacking. And Marlon just like, just looking all confused. So we carrying on the game. Then they started talking about the food and how good the food was. And I'm just like amping myself up. And then I realized that I had them ribs still on the grill. So I was like, oh, shoot. So I ran out to go check on the ribs. And while I was out there, I was just like, oh, yeah, they ready. And I came back in the house to like grab the stuff to go out and take them out or whatever. And as I was about to come back in, Music opened the side door for me. He was like, do you need some help? I was like, I got it. I'm fine. He was just like, because you doing everything while your man's just sitting over there at the table. And that's when Marlon looked at him. And then he looked at Marlon. And I was just like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. The person that's on the grill does it all. It's okay. He's like, but you doing everything. I see you making drinks. You fixing plates. You on the grill. You playing games. You taking shots. You doing too much. Sit down, Kiki. Like, sit down. Do you need some help? I'm like, I'm fine. And that's when Marlon looked at me. He's like, yeah, do you need some help? And I looked at him. I'm like, if you wanted to help me, You would have been got your ass up to help me, and you didn't. So what the fuck? I'm like, nah, it's fine. So put the food up, let them know like, hey, the ribs are not here. Y'all can eat it. So as they were eating, we had paused the games and we started listening to music, like just naming off random songs that we like. And then we started laughing at some of the song choices that music liked. Because it was like we was just, only because we was just surprised by, you know, one of his little favorite songs. And I'm not going to say, don't worry, because I know you're watching this, not going to say it. But we was just surprised and we was laughing about it. But it was like a good laugh. So now this is like our little inside joke, whatever. So that's when Brittany and her mans, they end up getting up and saying, all right, we about to go. We'll be back later. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we still sitting there, you know, listening to music, vibing out. And then that's when Marlon was just like, oh, let's, we should go outside by the fire pit. And I was like, okay, all right. And then he went out and started to light the fire. And that's when Muse looked at me. He was just like, I'm not going out there though. It's cold. I was like, we're going to be by the fire. He's like, do you not see my shoes? Because like I told y'all, Music is a sneakerhead. He is a sneakerhead. He had on his Bread 13s and he just like, look, do you not see my shoes? It was raining. It's wet outside. All that grass y'all got back out there. Y'all, you finna mess up my shoes? And I'm just like, look, it's okay. I'm like, it ain't even going to be that bad. We just going to stand by the fire pit. Let's just go stand by the fire pit. Because I feel like if him and his buddies go outside and leave and we stay in here, it's gonna be an issue. He was like, all right, Kiki, okay. So we migrate outside to the fire pit. And while we're standing by the fire pit, Music was still in the house. He was still in the house trying to figure out like, yo, do I really want to go out here because of my shoes? So I peeped that he wasn't out here yet. And then when he did come out, he stood on the concrete right by the side door. He didn't come all the way out. So I walked over there to him. I was just like, come on, it's okay. He was like, Kiki, I don't want to mess up my shoes. I'm like, boy, if you don't come out here to the fire pit, like, come on. He's like, if I fuck up my shoes, I'm like, we gonna clean them. Come on. And then he walked out. And when we walked out, like, we was playing music on the on my little blue speaker, like doing like little song request or whatever, not trying to see, oh, do you know this song? Y'all don't know nothing about this song, that type vibe. So they was passing the blue speaker around, but the blue speaker, my phone was attached to the blue speaker, so it's like the music was playing from my phone. So Music had my phone and he was changing the songs and stuff to it. And then every time somebody would request a song, Music would pick up my phone, unlock it, change the song. And then Marlon looked at me. And when he looked at me, I realized, I'm like, oh shit, he probably looking at me because I'm standing over here by Music and not by him. So I'm like, let me walk over there by him. So I walked over there to stand, you know, by him, between him and Rob or whatever not. And he was just like, he got the password to your phone? I was like, yeah, I just gave it to him because, you know, he doing the music. He was just like, but you wouldn't give me the password to your phone? I'm like, that's just my friend, because that's my friend. He got the passcode. Like, come on, don't. I'm like, don't do this, not right now. Like, we're not about to do this right now. But that irritated Marlon, and he was irritated, you know, the whole time that we was at the fire pit. You could tell because some of the music that we were playing, he did not know majority of it, like Camouflage, Field Mob, you know, 3-6 Mafia. Marlon didn't know none of that, none of that, and my male co-worker looking at him like, how the fuck you don't know this? And then he's just dancing. But it got funny because he like started dancing circles around Marlon, because Music, if Music don't do nothing else, Music gonna goddamn dance when music comes on, okay? he was like literally like, you don't know this? And like was literally like just dancing, Millie walking around goddamn Marlon and shit. That was funny. It was funny. And then Marlon was just standing there just with a little mug on his face. And then Music and Light Skin King got into like a little heated debate over Music, because they was just like, look, Music was like, I'm from Savannah, been born here, raised here all my life, and Light Skin King like, well, so am I. You don't know this, you don't know this song, you don't know that song. So they were going song for song, and they was getting a little loud because, you know, it was getting a little heated. They was arguing about music because Music is very passionate about music. And that's when Marlon was just like, hey. And he looked at Music. He was just like, yo, you need to calm down. And Music was like, who you talking to? He was like, look, all I'm saying is you need to calm down because I got neighbors. And Music was like, man, fuck your neighbors.